In addition to her success as a U.S. Olympian and an elite athlete, she's an accomplished journalist and an international keynote speaker. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Ms. Leslie Maxie.
Wow, I have 3 big keynotes that I am hugely proud of. One talks about my Olympic experience. It's called Excellence is Not an Accident. There's one that I am workshopping right now around ageism, and it's called Kicking Ass and Taking on Ageism. And then the other one is around embracing change and the power of intentionality. So I guess that's 4, but there are 4 that I'm known for. I'm a world record holder in the 400 hurdles. And I'm also a 1988 U.S. Olympian in that same event. When I got there, what I can tell you about the Olympic Games is everything that you can possibly imagine it is. It is that times 110 times 110. I trained for 4 months, got a world record, a junior world record in the process, but I missed the Olympic team by 2/100ths of a second. And the reason why I say excellence is not an accident is because it's not going to fall out of the sky and hit you in the head. I learned about excellence between 1984 and 1988 when I made the team. And so when I was approaching my 50th birthday, I realized my girlfriends and I were in a constant conversation about change and transition. Some of the things that we were facing were incredible, like you get a call from a headhunter out of the blue for a dream job, and then you land it. Or some of the things were a little more middle of the road, like these children that we've raised to be independent thinkers and fly the nest, and then the little buggers actually do it. And other things were things that we could not have conceptualized, like the marriage that you poured your heart and soul into building, and then all of a sudden, you are not young enough to be the wife of tomorrow. We were going through a lot of changes, and we were wondering if we were in it on our own. And so I saw my 50th birthday as a distinct opportunity to create a party with a purpose. So I invited 23 of my best girlfriends to Las Vegas to see J-Lo. That was the party side. And then on the purpose side, we launched the Not Your Mama's 50 movement. The tagline is Not Your Mama's 50. Not better, not worse, just different. Ageism is not just about you being older. People that are younger experience ageism. You know, if you go for a job and you're 30 years old and normally someone would be about 50, they may look at you and not think that you can do the job when you know you're completely capable. That is ageism. If aging is the one thing that we all have in common, we are aging as I speak, then ageism is the one ism to which we can all fall prey. So if that's the one thing we have in common, why don't we unite to fight ageism in all its wretched forms? And for everything that I shared with you, I ask you, hear me with your ears, but feel me with your heart. And let's leave this room and kick ageism's ass. After I do a keynote for a company, I always follow up, not just for testimonials, but to find out, what resonated most with your people? Are there things that I could have done differently? Did I really hit the spot? Because we're going to talk about the keynote prior to, and I'm going to ask you a lot of questions that will help me to either modify the speech that I give or even create something custom for your needs, because really my story is presented in a way that it can help your people, to give them a framework for a call to action to use those things in their own lives. Thank you so much for taking time to engage with my speeches and the different topics. What I know for sure is that we exist in relationships, and speaking checks 2 major boxes in the human experience: to know and to be known. And it is an honor for me to be able to stand in front of audiences and share my life in a way where they would know me, know themselves better, and that I may be able to touch, move, and inspire. Thank you.